Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. Yes, actually, this is a fellow Taurian right here. My kitten Lenny has joined the reading. Now, Taurus, I've got to let you know something here. I know there's a lot going on with your energy right now. In fact, there's so much going on with your energy that I actually got done with your reading last night. I was going to publish the reading last night, but at the last minute, after it's all said and done, I said, no, I want to look at Taurus's energy again tomorrow after I've had a night's sleep, okay? Because it was just, there was a lot going on, okay? And there's a lot going on with you. So I decided to redo your reading, okay? And here we are today. So Taurus, let's find out what Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your current situation here. Now, the first card coming out is intimacy. And if you notice this card over here, we're going to be looking at that a little bit later. But there's something about really blissing out, noticing where you can allow yourself to be free with intimacy. And there's many ways to be intimate with yourself, with another, of course. That doesn't involve perhaps sex, okay? It's about touch, feel, being sensitive to one another here. I mean, you can see two people are enjoying a bath together here with candles, rose petals, flowers, all right? And so I do see real contentment here. Now, Spirit is saying, pay attention to what is going on with you first and foremost. Fill yourself up with a lot of love because you've got so much love that Spirit knows you're ready to share. And yes, there's someone here who wants to share love and intimacy with you. Now, perhaps you already have this person for some of you, Taurus, but some of you, you may not. Stay open to what's happening in your situation right now, okay? And I'm really glad that I decided to redo your reading. Look at this, worthiness. What do we, when we're looking in the mirror or perhaps your reflection, what are you noticing? Notice with eyes of love. Notice, these things that you have accomplished, that you have done. And yes, I feel that you are in this place of recognizing your own worth. In fact, it's getting stronger and stronger. There is something that you already hold the key to. So something is important here when it comes to unlocking what you've already mastered. And what I mean by that is there's something that you have, experienced, that you've assimilated, digest, processed, and you've earned the rights to some type of mastery with this, but now we're going to put it into really good use. So get ready, okay? Because I'm seeing some good times here, all right? Now pay attention too to how you are thinking and feeling. This is, your job here to stay in love with yourself, not in a prideful, conceited way, but in a healthy, respectful way here. So, okay, this card is sticking to me. What's going on with this worthiness? Let's see what's to come out with this worthiness. Let me see which one. It's this one. Okay, see? Spiritual maturity. You're definitely on this path of spiritual maturity. Now, remember what I was talking about, you holding the key to something because you've gone through and processed and learned from something here with an open mind and an open heart. And look what you're doing here. Yes, there is a path of spiritual maturity that you are on. Be proud of that. Whether you see yourself as spiritual or not, you're doing something when it causes you to grow. And you're reaching the top here. But the thing that I like about this is actually taking your time. If you notice this couple here, walking together and taking their time. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Take your time, whether you have someone to share this path with right now or not. Feel as though all of these good things that you know you deserve and that are worthy of you are coming your way. And Spirit is absolutely proud of you for being on this path here that takes, you know, great maturity, because it means we have to have tolerance for our own self and our own, mistakes or perceived mistakes, and also tolerance for others in a situation so that we don't get bombarded by these things and we continue to feel elevated. And I want you to feel elevated, Taurus. You are on this place of elevation. Look at how relaxed Lenny is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love this cat so much. Anyhow, he is part of the show. And I just want to, I will recommend, if anybody, I used to be a dog person and I used to have dogs, but now in my life now, I've got cats and I love all animals. But Lenny is definitely, he's like the perfect dog cat. I don't even know. That's the best way I can explain it. Anyhow, I'm glad he's here to join the reading. All right, now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Now, this card over here, this is going to reveal a blessing that is coming out of your situation, okay? But we'll look at that later. Now, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your current situation, Taurus. Cycles. Okay, now, when I see the Cycles card, there's a couple of things that come to mind. Right off the bat is first, allowing the natural process of seasons and cycles to cycle away. But then on the other hand, do we need to watch out for vicious cycles like a hamster wheel? That's what we need to find out. Have patience, because something is cycling out. See, there's this whole thing about maturity here. So let's get a little bit more about this cycles and what Spirit wants you to know. Someone is determined here. So I do see that, your perseverance, your patience is paying off. Let's get more about cycles. Iris, she who changes. Oh my goodness, we're just talking about that, weren't we? We're just talking about this. You have broken a cycle. You want to know how I know? It's because look at what showed up here. Worthiness. Some type of experience here where we are really enjoying and being delightful with intimacy, because you're having great intimacy with yourself, with your higher self, with Spirit. Transformation, change, enchantment. A time to really feel good. She who changes. So in this deck, it's all females, okay? So whether you're male or female, I'll say he or she who changes. This is you. And what's happening is a transformation that's going towards enchantment. I mean, this is really lovely. I like this. Okay, let's continue. What else for Taurus? Retreat. Got Raziel, I mean. So, with this retreat card, I kind of sense it being in the frequency of the Hermit card here, which would be associated with Virgo. I'm seeing something be a treat as we retreat, right? Now, if you notice, I mean, look at, we're spending quality time, okay, now either with yourself or someone important. And again, if you don't have someone, learn to enjoy your own company if you don't, okay? Because this is an important step here. This is very important for you to feel good and comfortable and confident in your own skin. But yes, I'm seeing this period where we are taking time with ourselves, with someone, doing something a little different, right? Because look, there's no crowds here, because you don't need crowds, okay? Me personally, I do not like crowds. I'd rather hang out with one or a few people rather than a bunch of people. And that you may be exactly like that too. I prefer, you know, calmness, quietness over loud clunkiness, noises. But sometimes I do like to jam out, okay? So don't get me wrong. Anyhow, I love what's going on here. So take your time here. You know, see how you can implement retreats that are a treat to you. This is good for your soul here. Now I feel like this one wants to show itself too. Oh, Metatron. Okay. Divine intelligence. Oh, look at that spiritual maturity here. Yeah. There's something about you feeling and knowing you're worthy. Now, if you notice on She Who Cares, or I don't even know why I said that. That's not even what this says. Now, I do care. Okay. Yeah, someone does care here. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Anyhow, enchantment. You know, there's an air of mystery here, someone that embodies being a mystic, and that is you. This is you. Your ability to open yourself up, contain or retain, like all of this divine intelligence that's surrounding you is your gift. So Archangel Metatron is working with you right now. Always has here when it comes to not giving into what you would perceive as human conditioning in a way, you know what I mean, where it's like everyone does the same thing. It's almost like robots, okay, because you know you're not robotic. And I'm not saying other human beings are robots, but I kind of get this thing where you're just better off trusting your own self than going along with the crowd. Okay, divine intelligence. Archangel Metatron is letting you know too to be easy about yourself, be easy about others too. You know, we're all capable of making mistakes, right? We're also capable of correcting them and making good choices here and creating a positive effect. So you've got this high priestess energy that I feel is exuding off this iris card here, which is telling me that you are in between realms. This is why you're waiting for this thing to cycle out. But in the meantime, we don't want to push this cycle too quickly, because at the same time as something is cycling out, you're also receiving a lot of divine intelligence to fill you up. And this is kind of what I'm getting, this thing about this bathtub being filled up with water, but also divine love and divine intelligence. So wow, I'm kind of getting this whole thing. You know, I think it was Cancer's reading, Taurus, where their title kind of resonates with you too. Okay, I believe it was Cancer's title. Yeah, divine intelligence is absolutely enveloping you, because you're coming into a sense of great spiritual maturity that brings great blessings. But these are unforeseen blessings. You don't know, you don't see it coming. Okay, let's continue and see what else for you. We've got, oh yes, okay, now this is reminding me of your reading last night. Oh my goodness. Again, I just chose to redo your reading because I really wanted to take another look, okay? Because there was so much going on. There was just so much. Okay, resolving conflict. Yes, I do see that you have this ability, whether you realize it or not, and I hope that you do, and I hope that you nurture this ability to heal a situation just by being love. See, you cause transformation for others as well. This is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. I'm trying to get this to come in focus possibly. Anyhow. Now, we do have a connection here, right? Your heart is connected here with another or others that are important to you. So put this in your situation. You know, holding resentment or trying to make someone wrong. And I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but when we give into that too much, we lose our power here and our ability to really heal a situation just by being in the frequency of love and forgiveness and peace. Now, you also could be doing distance healing here. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Maybe others, you want to look that up and see what resonates for you. But it's as simple as, you know, as simple as closing your eyes and praying for healing, not just for yourself, but another here too. But this means we do have to come into a place of embracing empathy, embracing compassion, embracing understanding. And I see that this is your gift. This is why you're on this beautiful path of spiritual maturity, which is, to me, receiving the master key here in life. What else? Oh my gosh, I love this. I love what's happening. Look at this. Birds of a feather flock together. You could have this person with you right now. And if you do, cherish this person. Take some time to, you know, get to know one another, right? Continue to grow with each other. Continue to get to know one another. Now, some of you, you're getting ready to meet someone. I'm getting like 2 of cups here. You know, maybe someone who shares the same, you know, hobbies or interests. We do have compatibility. Oh, I love this. You know, for a lot of you Tauruses, yes, if you're searching or seeking for love, first of all, seek it in yourself. I know you may hear that all the time. But when you're putting that vibration that you need someone or you're looking and longing for love, then the universe responds in an interesting way. The universe responds to how you're thinking and feeling and gives you more of that. So then it perpetuates. Okay, so we want to just be, we just want to be in love. We want to be, you know, happy in our own company. And yes, noticing the people, of course, that you do have right now, but keep your mind and heart open, because I do see that love is in the air, love is possible, and meeting someone where we have we're compatible with is highly likely here. Okay. Nice. What else? Reparenting yourself. Okay, this is coming into a place where, you know, there may be a part of you that is asking for some attention, some fulfillment here. So make sure that you're, you know, being tender to yourself. Now, reparenting yourself, this just means that we're being a good guardian, a protector of our own inner child and our own innocence, right? Regardless of what maybe you have done, or maybe what, you know, humans are capable of doing, because I know that there's a lot of negativity out there, but at the same time, there's also a lot of positivity. Okay, so this reparenting here, there's something about you giving yourself a lot of love and a lot of attention. And maybe for some of you, not all of you, but some of you Taurus, you may have a problem with this only because, you know, giving yourself more time, you might be hung up in this mindset where you feel guilty about taking some time out for yourself, right? When you could be doing other things or things for other people, but you cannot do anything good from an empty cup. So you're doing things right now to fill your cup up because you have received the key to your heart here. I already know. Just keep going. I'm proud of you. Spirit's proud of you. Now, for some of you, if you didn't have a good parent, I mean, you know, Taurus, it's a common thing anyways, right? Pretty much. Everybody has some type of weirdness in their family or upbringing. There's something just weird and off or whatever. Normal, not normal, dysfunctional, you know, who cares? Who really cares? But if there was some type of trauma or something that has happened here where maybe an innocent part of yourself was left behind, I encourage you to do a journey back and pick yourself up and give yourself a hug and love and parent yourself the way that you deserve to be nurtured and loved and honored. Some of you, there is something strong about parenting, you know, in just that aspect here. I want a little bit more with reparenting yourself here. Now, a lot of you may have already been doing this, because I just get this thing about you, you know, again, going through this reflection time and seeing things, right, in a different perspective. And hopefully you are. Primavera, we've got launch, actualize, potential, she who begins. And this is so cute because we're talking about the inner child, and children basically do represent a new beginning here. So yes, you're actualizing something, but it's coming from a place of great sensitivity and love and empathy, which is not a bad thing. Right now, that's what we need to embody and embrace, because it's going to work beneficial for you. Now, I can't help but notice something else. Look at all the butterflies that's surrounding here, and then look at the butterflies here. Ooh, yes, your transformation is beautiful. And you are being basked in a lot of love and light here. So you are like, there's definitely your kind, you know, spiritually and physically, that are surrounding you. Okay. All right. Now, what else for Taurus? Okay. There's a card that wants to come out with that. Is it this one? Oh, okay. So this is where we're reparenting ourselves too and giving ourselves love. Now, you might have felt rejected, or maybe you had to reject someone, and either way, we're feeling a pull here. You know, notice this energetic cord that is still hanging on to you. So we may need to be careful of that, okay? Because we got this thing about victim consciousness. Now, this isn't to say that whatever had gone wrong in a relationship where we've had to, you know, take some time out, you know, that doesn't mean that you don't get that time to really, you know, honor your feelings. But there may be something now where you're, you know, this whole thing about she who begins. Now, rejection could be holding some of you back here, because we do have this cycle. This victim consciousness is like the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is a, you know, that hamster wheel, that cycle here that we feel that we can't get out of. So we may be replaying things in our mind. So let's get a little bit more too about rejection, victim consciousness. Some of you, you have to have sensitivity because you could be dealing with someone, okay, that has this here. I want to look at more about this. It's about a soulmate, and we do have something wrapped around sexuality too. So yes, there could be this situation where we have had or felt rejected. Some of you, it's like you may still love someone and they're not accepting your love, vice versa here, whatever is in your situation. Spirit is saying your soulmate, whether you have them or not, because this is the thing, it's like your soulmate is with you spiritually, and they will appear physically, but we've got to work on something with yourself here, Taurus. And I'm not saying this to challenge you or trigger you. I'm telling you because you are really absolutely worthy of, you know, divine intimacy, connections, and intelligence, to feel good about yourself, to feel free about yourself. Now, the thing is like, yes, we might be, you know, still feeling bombarded by negative comments, responses, someone's behavior, but don't let this stop you. Take one step at a time. Notice where we're feeling a pull. Take time too, Taurus, to scan your body energetically and see where we can send love and light in that heart. Because this is the opposite of this soulmate and sexuality. Here, we don't feel confident. We don't feel comfortable. We don't feel like we can be vulnerable and safe, right? But here, absolutely. Because why we've honored something about ourselves. We've taken the time to go through the process of healing, honoring one's own sexuality to the fullest here. without being bombarded either by what, you know, others want you to do or perform or whatever. Now, I do see an absolutely beautiful situation for a lot of you Taurus when it comes to a beautiful relationship. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on love. Just be patient. Now, some of you, you're already with someone. You need to have patience with them too. What else? Yeah, you're in the process of creating, transmuting this rejection energy or any energy that's trying to stop you from really going forward here, because you're actualizing something brand new. You really are. You know, you're really noticing something here when it comes to what you really truly deserve and are worthy of. And you are the alchemist here. Remember I was talking about this mystic? This is where you're taking charge of your energy, right? And also having patience, using your willpower and your drive and your mental concentration, and just focusing on the great blessings you already have here, because something is forming here. Some of you are forming a new relationship. You're getting exactly what it is that you want. But Spirit wants you to be comfortable, because this is the thing that I'm getting with you. For some reason, you're not feeling comfortable. And I don't know, you know, maybe others on the outside think that you're comfortable or something, but something is going on where we're not feeling 100% really comfortable. And we're gonna get comfortable. We're gonna get real comfortable. And that's how I see you. I see you being extremely comfortable, extremely confident, extremely open. What else? Okay, this card is sticking to me. Well, it wasn't the one that I was getting. Manifestation. This is the alchemist here. And so we're working with the forces of nature and the heavenly forces as well. This is why, because you have divine intelligence. And the way that we manifest is really just taking charge of one's own energy, making sure that we're trying to, you know, not go into the direction of negative thinking, being in environments that are toxic, because a lot of you are finding how extremely sensitive you are to even toxic people, but yes, toxic environments. Let's see what this card was, because this was sticking to me. Oh, look at that, serendipity. It's all working out. You're literally getting ready, or you're manifesting something new right now. And something is just around the corner. Watch and wait. Look at this angel here. And these heavenly beings surrounding you, watching you go on your journey. Now you can't see what's around that corner, but your angel sees it, and your angel is calling you. This is why you're feeling that pull. It's why you know you're ready to actualize your potential, to actualize something that you know you're worthy of. What else? Amelie, she who questions. Ooh, we got curiosity, we got destiny, we got search. It's like, ask your angels, ask them when it comes to your destiny. Look, this whole thing about serendipity, pay attention to those things. So let's get a little bit more about this search, this curiosity. And that is cute too, because if you notice, here you are on your journey here. Ask questions and you shall receive. And the fact that the manifestation card out is also signifying that when you ask, your you should be receiving answers or things quickly as long as you're in this vibration of being very calm, peaceful, centered, and confident. And it does take some work, Taurus, it does. But once you're there, that's where we feel enchantment. Raziel, intuition, you know, whatever you're searching is in the inside of you. So it is important to ground yourself. Now I can't help but notice, look at the manifestation card and even the person that's, you know, over here. Look at that. Getting your chakras all, you know, energized, revitalized, and spinning in the right direction by honoring your intuition here on what's right for you. Because there's something about you not pushing something. Okay, this is the thing. You're not taking more of an aggressive approach. You're taking more of a subtle, compassionate approach here. Finding that balance here, right? Because with the alchemists, we're working with two components here, letting them get used to one another, and eventually blending them together here and creating something brand new. So whatever you're asking, you shall receive. Ask. Your intuition, your higher self, the divine intelligence will tell you. What else? Balance. We were talking about that, Gabriel. Yes. Something is going to require you careful balancing here, right? How you're handling yourself. And also, I do see you coming into a place where, you know, look at that. We're just aligned, right? We're feeling the flow. And here you are in this place of being effortless. Yeah, you may need to use that paddle once in a while, but hopefully that current is taking you right where you need to go. And it's a very sunny, bright future. So maintain your balance here, right? We don't want to get too carried away. We also don't want to carry too much. We don't want to carry too little, just the right amount. Find your right amount. In fact, this is probably the best time to find your right amount with a lot of things. This is how you're figuring things out. This is how we're figuring out whether we do want to blend something or not either. What else? Yeah, there's a commitment ahead, or some of you guys, you know, you've been committed to the right situation here. And yes, if you already have someone, because I'm seeing a soulmate, you know, swan's mate for life here. So there is something significant about a commitment, something that's lasting, if you want it to last, if you nurture it. So stay committed to those important things in your life right now, because there is a beautiful commitment on the way to make you feel good. What else? Shamel, serenity. We're just talking about, well, I guess we're talking about enchantment. Well, this whole, that serendipity, oh, that looks like serenity to me. And here you are, right? Doing what you can to just surrender to the serenity that already exists. And if you're having a hard time finding it, take a moment just to stop and breathe, because serenity is inside of you. Now, you notice a palace here too. We're heading to a place where we feel right at home. What else? You got to keep trusting. There's something going on here with you not doubting. And that's the other thing with the intuition and the high priestess energy that I was getting. It's important that you practice trusting your intuition by not questioning it too much. And also maybe not forcing answers to come. Just allow them to come on its own time. But whatever's going on here, there's something about you really feeling a bond between you and the heavens, and yes, your situation with a person, people. What's important to you here when it comes to that commitment? And yes, we have to work on trust, because look what happened here. You know, we've had to endure these situations and challenges and pain. I know. Spirit knows, but something is going on here, because whatever happened here is making you realize what you truly do deserve and are worthy of. What else? Pay attention to signs. Spirit is gifting you signs. And also notice this person is by themselves. Now, I'm not telling you not to listen to people. It just depends on where you're at. But always, you know and trust your own inner compass, inner guidance, especially when it comes to asking questions, receiving it from another. If it resonates with you, take it. You know, heaven works through people. But also, you're seeing signs, symbols, things that speak to you, things that just maybe pop out. Pay attention, because you're being shown the way. You're being shown something really important. And the way that you see signs is trusting that you're getting them in the first place. Trusting that you're worthy of receiving it. What else? Nope, that is actually it. All right, so let's find out what the blessing is that's coming out of the situation here, because we do have quite a few. Look at that. Oh my God, love. Aw. We've got love. Feeling love, being love, honoring love, respecting love, and having love here. It's all about love. I mean, Taurus, it's just about love, okay? This is what Spirit wants you to know right now. This is about your situation. All right, now, Taurus, let's go ahead and find out before we end the reading. Let's find out how Spirit is currently helping you. You know that you need to be aware of. Okay, well, Lenny is, all right. Yes, Lenny. I'm going to go over here. How is Spirit helping Taurus? Patience. And there is this wishing well. You know, and I'm keep getting this thing about you feeling well, right? Feeling filled up. Putting your wishes out there too. Make sure that you are, dreaming again. Because I know sometimes, we go through the process of life and things happen. And sometimes we can stop, giving into our dreams and being childlike. So have patience, because Spirit is helping you with patience, honoring this time, because it is purposeful, because something powerful is going on. I just can't help but notice how, something here has formed. This is like an energy, but now holding in the hand is something tangible. Look at that. This is you. Patience when it comes to co-creating, because you're working with divine intelligence. So this goes beyond the human mind. And so this is where we have to surrender. We have to give into, a season or a cycle here, but we got to trust, because you're getting blessed with a lot of love. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.